Yo, yo, what up? What's up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Not much, man. Just chilling. Just chilling, bro. Doing some classic, just chilling at my computer. Just like every other day, basically. Yo, Ari, have you ever heard of high ticket ecom? Of course, bro. Definitely. I work with some brands that sell high ticket stuff at AKEMI, the agency side of things. Ever did 10K a month profit dropshipping? Of course, bro. So long ago. That's so funny. The SVB collapse reminds me of Layman in 2008, Tristan 14. This is a great meme. Um, I love that Riot Games makes these like copyright free playlists that you can use. It's actually really cool. This one might be a little too much though. That's not so bad. Hey guys, welcome in. I just joined your Discord. Welcome, bro. I got Discord pulled up. I'm pretty sure Zach did a call today, innit? Everybody's so nice on Discord. It's a great place. It's free to join too, by the way. Let's see. Having problems right now, finding a unique product to test, maybe just procrastinating, I don't know. Yeah, probably a little bit of both. I've heard this saying, truth usually lies in the middle. I like that saying, and I think it's true a lot of times. It's like, you're probably procrastinating a bit, but you're also struggling to find a good product, which is not uncommon. There's a lot of really shitty products out there. So it's like, it's worthwhile to spend the time to find a really good product. It is. That's for sure. So don't worry. Just make sure you find something sooner than later, though. You know, spend the time. Find something cool. Wow, good to know. I'm starting a high-ticket e-com store and thinking of going into either the elderly assistance or biohacking niche. Which one would you recommend? Also, what do you think about Bing ads? Oh, that's a good question. Let's go to Google Trends. Dude, what the? Ooh. So biohacking is definitely a trend right now. It's on a steady climb. So that's a good one. It's still not even like near its full potential. Elderly assistance, I'm guessing, is going to be huge. Yeah, so this is also kind of on the come up because there's a lot of old people and there's only going to be more, right? So those are both great. I guess I would just go into one that you feel you can solve a bigger problem with. In which one you enjoy more, because they're both great. So, you know, elderly assistance, that might be a good one because it's probably people that do have some disposable income. So you may not run into many issues with having products being too expensive and being out of people's price range. But with biohacking, it's kind of the same thing because everyone who's looking into biohacking definitely has some disposable income, you know? Thoughts on Amazon's pharmaceutical services? What increase do you see in their future on what level? Amazon pharmaceutical industry. I need to learn a little bit about this before I give you like a proper answer. Let me see how Amazon's latest pharmacy move lays the groundwork for longer term play. The RX Pass program also provides Amazon with a treasure trove of health data on their Prime members. Well, okay, that sounds concerning, but genius at the same time, which is significant given the company's recent deal to buy One Medical for $3.9 billion. Jesus. Amazon this week unveiled a new $5 monthly subscription plan for US Prime members that covers a range of generic drugs and includes delivery to consumers' doorsteps. While the offering is not breaking new ground or particularly disruptive to the pharmacy market in the near term, industry experts say the move is worth watching for how it lays the groundwork for the e-commerce giant's long-term health care and pharmacy strategy. Paying a discounted cash rate for generic drugs is not a novel approach. Walmart has been offering a subscription-based prescription program for generic drugs for as low as $4 a month for nearly 2 decades. Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a genius move on their part, just adding more value to their Prime membership subscription. These guys are on another level. I mean, that's pretty obvious by now, but yeah, this makes a lot of sense, man. So in a way, it's kind of interesting to see a lot of these companies tackling the healthcare sector because it seems like that's uh, kind of underlooked by people, or by the government rather. Like, you know how people want universal healthcare in the US? It's like companies are sort of stepping in to give people their version of universal healthcare. That's what it seems like to me, at least over here. Pretty interesting. Definitely really, really interesting. I'm sure Amazon shareholders are really happy about that. It doesn't sound like it would be a bad move. You know, it's a giant industry. What was I looking at over here? Would you suggest staying away from selling products such as food or any that your customers ingest and such? I mean, it depends on what your idea is. Like, there's a lot of really cool food products. Like, damn, what were these called? Muddy Bites. Muddy Bites this is a really cool brand. I've actually done a case study on these guys before, and they're super cool. So like for something like this, I feel like the risk is worth it. It's not really that risky, and people are definitely not buying these for health reasons. I think when you're selling something more so along the lines of health related ingestibles, right? Like food that is supposedly healthy or a healthy alternative to something, I think that's trickier, right? Because we don't really know the long-term effects of some of those foods and chemicals that are put into that stuff. So I don't know. For that, I would be wary. But for something like this, where it's just like a unique sort of gimmicky product that's like makes people's lives better, not better, but like it makes people happy rather. It makes people happy, which will make their life better in some way. I think this is cool. Like I think this would be a good idea. It's not like that risky to me. This was such a good move. And I'm sure there's a lot of other things that you could do that are similar. Like somebody just thought about, oh man, well, the bottom of the cone is always like the best part. So maybe we can think of different food ideas where like the last bite is the best part. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure there are many. Was it scary for you in the beginning, and did it feel like a mountain to climb to succeed in the industry? Definitely, man. It's always a mountain to climb at, but that's kind of how you feel though, is whenever you reach a new milestone, there's always another mountain to climb, you know? So you never stop feeling like that. So that's kind of the secret, is that I'm sure even at the highest levels of business, like even Elon Musk probably feels that same thing you're feeling of, you know, feeling like there's a huge mountain to climb and it's a little scary. I don't think that ever stops happening. So the best advice for that is just to like just take that first step, you know what I'm saying? Like just start climbing the mountain before you, like if you're just thinking so much about the mountain, like you're just wasting time. Just get going, start walking. Like you don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to like it's not like a race either, you know what I mean? So you can take your time. Just make sure that you're taking action towards it. That's my approach. I mean, that's just my own philosophy, but it's helped me a lot, I think, to be honest with you. So, hey, Ari, where did they get the product sourcing? That I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see. Um, Ames, Iowa. Oh wow, I didn't know they were an Iowa company. Money Bytes annual revenue. Okay, probably 4 million. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm not finding too much info on that, but luckily I have a Crunchbase subscription. So let's see if we can find more info here. They've raised $4.8 million. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know they raised money. It's always weird when companies raise money, at least to me. I mean, I've never raised money and I understand what they would, but it's also like, I don't know. I feel like you're just kind of giving a bit of your business away for just money, which makes sense if you want to go fast, I guess. But I don't know, man. Just seems a little sus. But I want to see something about the technology. France is a big market for them. That's weird. The French market is really powerful. Let's see. Oh yeah, Ames, Iowa. Maybe this will give us further insight. How much profit I'm making per day? About 1.2 billion, more or less. Do you hire at AKEMI? Yeah, I do actually. If you go to our website, you can find a careers tab at the bottom, and you can apply there. I mean, honestly, right now I'm not really hiring though, but I keep my applications open, in case there's ever somebody I need. Really, what I'm mainly hiring for these days is like assistants more than anything, just people to help with little interactions that take a lot of time, like especially on the e-commerce side of things, because I'm trying to automate things as much as possible. But man, I'm really trying to get know where these guys manufacture. This is such a clean website, by the way. They really killed it. Whatever. I'm sure if we dig hard enough, we'll be able to find something about it. Let's see. Products are available in more than 5,200 retail locations. Wow. Yeah. We don't know. But honestly, you just probably have to find let me see. Ice cream cone manufacturers. I mean, I don't know. But let's see. We can find some ice cream cone manufacturers and suppliers in the US. Yeah, I'm sure you could contact a bunch of these different ones and probably find some that will help you make your idea come to life, whatever idea you have. This is just kind of the process you got to go through. Probably a bigger company like this one, Joy Cone Company. Maybe not, though. Maybe they would just work with big chains, ice cream chains. Hi, do you do store reviews on stream? Sometimes. Or do you recommend any dropshipping mentorship? I mean, I think the only guy that I would probably recommend is Jad, who I've had on the channel multiple times. But outside of that, I mean, I think that's probably all you need. Let's see. Can you do product research live? Yeah, I can. I can pull up some tabs. Muddy Bites, man. This company is legendary. Yeah, you can find all sorts of suppliers, honestly, for anything you really want. You just got to get an idea and run with it, How to promote your store for free? Something called TikTok Organic, bro. I mean, I post on TikTok. I just posted a video 5 minutes ago. A lot of people post stuff on TikTok and it goes pretty well. Like this brand, for example, they make this desk that helps you with cable management, which is a big problem to solve for gamers and people who have remote work setups. And, they're getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views even for free. So this is how you do it. You just post content online. And as you see, a lot of it is not even like, it's kind of a lot of the same things too. You know, they just double down on what worked. A lot of companies like that. Do you know how to find good freight agent company to get freight from China to Australia? You might have to hire like a consultant. There are logistics consultants out there, supply chain consultants that can help you a lot with that and, you know, save you a lot of money. So you can definitely check that out. One of my friends does that and he has saved a lot of money through it. But other than that, I mean, a lot of the manufacturers that you'll work with probably have some options for you too. So you can look into that. So it seems like people like it better when I don't have background music on, which is kind of interesting. What do you guys think? Like, let me know in the chat. I'm really curious. Do you guys prefer it when I don't have background music on, or do you like the background music? Or is it annoying? Maybe it's annoying. What is your opinion on Google Ads? I think Google Ads are great. Monthly income? I don't know. I'm getting my taxes done now. And I've had near like 100K months in the past few months, a couple of them, or near like 90-ish. But yeah, I'm doing my taxes now and it's not fun, but gotta get it done. Are you familiar with Peter Prue? Yeah, I know that guy. I mean, I've never talked to him, but I've seen some of his like thumbnails on YouTube, and I know that he exists in the YouTube sphere. Do you recommend using Taboola? What is Taboola? Reach your customers on websites they trust. I mean, yeah, bro, like I would say if you have the money and you are, you know, doing well with your business, test out any direct response marketing platform. There's no reason not to. I mean, I'm a big fan of testing, so yeah. Okay, so someone's saying it's good with music, so you do like the music. Huh. Maybe I'll bring it back. Let me think. Do you have experience with supplement brands? No, I don't, but there's tons of supplement manufacturers. I mean, that's probably the easiest thing to find. Supplement manufacturers, wholesale organic dietary supplement manufacturer in California. I would guess California manufacturers are probably pretty taxing, so I would maybe look away from that, to be honest with you. But I don't know, obviously. I'm just speculating. I really don't know. But let's see, Utah. So Pharmatech Labs, that sounds pretty good. In Utah. What kind of stuff do they make, though? Okay, let me read here. Custom manufacturer of private label vitamin and nutraceutical supplements. Functional juices and beverages available. Packaging services. Okay. Let me find their website. How do I go to their website? Maybe they don't even have one. Oh, no, they do. You got a pretty insane work ethic. I see you post like every day. Keep it up. Yeah, bro, I do. I mean, here's the thing, man. I honestly don't feel like I work that hard. I feel like I hardly work sometimes, but it's because I'm just very consistent with the things that I do. And I've been able to develop a great team that can really help me also continue to stay consistent. And I love making videos. So it doesn't really feel like work that much. So it's easy for me to do every day. Even though for other people, it's super hard to post a video. For me, I mean, I'm just using a webcam. I got my mic here all the time. My computer doesn't move anywhere. I got a light here all the time as well. So I can just press live or I can just press record and make a video. And that's how I like to make content. So I've just made it really easy for myself to post every day. It's not the hardest work or anything. But yeah, I mean, I am proud of it for sure. Not a lot of people are willing to do that. But yeah, this looks like a cool manufacturer for supplements. Research and development, private label manufacturing. Interesting. Let's see. Maybe we'll drop some AKEMI supplements. I'm just kidding. but maybe. Um, I'm really interested in some sort of like caffeine alternative, or not alternative, but a caffeine supplement because I really like caffeine. Canisters, jars. Okay, well, they don't really say much. You got to contact them, obviously. Let's see, free quote. Honestly, this is kind of cool. If you have any idea, you can use them. Here, let me go. Let's see if we can get some good ideas right now off the top of our heads. Or now with the top of our heads, let's see. Let's see what ChatGPT says. As an AI language model, I cannot endorse any specific supplement brands. Okay. But here are some factors you might want to consider. Quality, reputation, transparency, customer support, blah, blah, blah. Some popular supplement brands to consider. Okay, all these. Remember to always consult. Okay, that doesn't tell us anything. So let's get a little more. Okay, ideas for a supplement brand. Can you guys see this, by the way, or is it too small? What was my first niche? My first niche, well, my first business was reselling things on eBay. So I was reselling a lot of things on eBay for a long time and Amazon a little bit. And I was selling like random hype beast kind of products. And then I moved on to anime and movie kind of products, which obviously isn't legal. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't really think about it. Weird. So somebody said that the Discord doesn't work, the Discord link, but I'm pretty sure it does. So I'm gonna just link it here. One second. There you go. That's the Discord link. If it doesn't work, it's on your end, bro. So you gotta figure your account out or something. Because we get new people in the Discord every day, so I think it's working. But anyways, yeah, that was my first niche, and then it was like movie and anime products, which worked really well for a while. Then I made like a general store, which was, but not, it was a general niche store. We mainly focused on like beauty products and like, things like that. And yeah, Bang Energy, also famous ecom brand. Yeah, Bang Energy. I'm pretty sure they got into some trouble though recently. Yeah, they got into some sort of big lawsuit. Yeah, they're facing. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Holy shit. So Monster Energy wins 293 million false advertising verdict against Bang Energy. Oh, that is huge, bro. That is huge. I currently work in 9 to 5 remote desk job from home. Do you think it would be possible to balance a 9 to 5 and owning an e-commerce store? For sure, bro. I actually think that's like probably the best case scenario you could possibly have in terms of like getting your business up and running, because think of it like this. When I was in school, that's when I would actually get a lot of my work done for e-commerce before I dropped out of school. And I feel like it's the same thing for work. I'm sure there are moments of downtime in your work. I mean, I don't know how it works, so maybe I could be wrong. But if you just use like a separate laptop or something, then you wouldn't get caught. And yeah, you could just work on your business while you work on your job. I definitely think you can manage that. And an e-commerce store, depending on how you run it, doesn't take that much time. It's just going to take you a lot of time, like, to learn is basically, the best way to learn is by doing. So just like spend a lot of time trying to learn and testing things. If you have a remote job, that's great because that means you have an income. And if you have an income, that means you can fuel your business and then you're chilling. Let's see. Discord works, brother. Nice. Good to hear. Yeah, I'd love to see some of you guys in the Discord. I check it every day. It's part of my daily routine, even. And I'm the highest ranked server member. Which is the best method for earning money? I mean, probably getting a job. And then after that, probably doing some sort of like I don't know, like DoorDash or Uber Eats, but a lot of you guys don't have that in your countries. And then maybe reselling stuff from Facebook Marketplace. That's a good way to make money. E-commerce is a good way to make money if you're going like the organic route. And especially if you use my Shopify link in the description, which if you enjoy any sort of content that I make, that's a great way to support the channel and support yourself because they give us some great deals. I'm in the Shopify coaching program, which gives us like exclusive deals or whatever. So you can always use that and it helps me out a lot. I'm trying to infiltrate Shopify from within. I'm trying to make a good image, show them that, my audience really cares about Shopify and their business. And hopefully by doing that, I will eventually get to meet Toby Lutke, the CEO of Shopify, and maybe even get him on an interview. That's kind of the ultimate goal with that. And I think it's certainly possible. Especially, I'm going to pull this card, but especially because, I'm an immigrant. I'm an entrepreneur, first generation immigrant. I don't know, man. I feel like companies have a soft spot for those types of things, and they're willing to give you opportunities if you kind of play your cards right, which I'm totally willing to do. So that's kind of so yeah, use the link, man. That's a long way to say just use the damn link. Okay. So you guys wanted to do some sort of product research on here. I'll do it for you. I also have a mini link in the description. It's a discount, $20 or no, 20% off, which is actually pretty big. But you don't need this. Just tune into the streams. We do this pretty often. And let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So I'm locked out of some of the plans, I guess. Whatever. So we'll remove this. We'll make the language English. I want a freedom from job. Can you teach me? I mean, bro, like, just watch some of my videos and like just start testing things out. Do you run IG ads to sell courses? I do not run any IG. We sell this. We sell this product, and we do run ads for it because it's, but not a lot of ads for it because it's pretty low ticket. It's $19, so it's not very profitable. But yeah, that's about it though. I'm a big fan of Meta ads. I just think it's a great platform for running ads. What do you think about Luke Belmar? Well, I've interviewed Luke twice. I've talked to Luke multiple times. I would say that he's a great guy, man. He's just a good guy with good intentions, just trying to make a positive impact on the world. And that's really about it. Very conspiracy theory driven, which is fun always. I've always vibed with those people somehow because, I guess I've always thought of the world a little differently too. So it's just cool to see people thinking about things like outside the box. But I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he says. Like even in our conversation, talking about like evolution and things like, we have a lot of differences in opinions, but that doesn't matter. I still think he's a great guy, and I think we're friends, and I hope we continue to build a friendship. We're both from South America. We're both first generation immigrants. So I feel like we have a lot of things that we can relate on with each other that like nobody else really has. So yeah, man, that's kind of a cool thing. This is a good ad, and it's funny because this is kind of the stuff that I started selling when I first had like a successful store. It was stuff like this, but then we ended up getting banned. We ended up getting banned because you're not supposed to have stuff like that, or you can't. There's copyright infringement, so that wasn't good. That was not good. Yeah. Oh my God. This has 48,000 likes, but it stopped running almost a year ago.
It's made from a meteorite that is over 4.5 billion years old. We decided to make jewelry that didn't follow traditional jewelry rules.
You can get voice generated AIs like this now, which is pretty cool. That's like a Morgan Freeman kind of voice. I wouldn't suggest that you use like a celebrity's voice though if you are gonna do this, but this is pretty cool for ads. Like you can make some pretty cool ads with some interesting voices. Have you ever looked into Etsy dropshipping? Oh, definitely, man. I think Etsy is great. I mean, one of our brands, we have it integrated with Etsy too. I haven't taken it too seriously though, to be honest with you, but I think Etsy is pretty cool. Unfortunately, though, now they've stalled payments because they banked that SVB, and that's just that kind of sucks because that bank just collapsed. Off topic, but what's your thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen? I mean, animation was on point. The characters were super cool. Gojo was goated. But unfortunately, they kind of lost me a bit. I got to episode like 50 or 40, and they kind of lost me. But maybe I'll come back to it. I've just haven't. I focused on other animes. I started watching some other stuff at the time, so maybe I'll come back to it. It was good though. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I just didn't get hooked as much as I guess I wanted to. And keep in mind, I'm still watching One Piece, which is like such a big commitment, bro. So like, I gotta balance out my anime time. Just signed up to Minia with your code. Ooh, you're goated. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is a great tool in my opinion. I mean, it's super helpful to see like what's working out there. But I'm actually gonna make it so that the date seen is 2023, not like this is kind of broken. Ugh, some of these ads are so nasty. Look at how funny this is. Like this product, which is literally like a meme at this point, like a dropshipping meme product, because when people think of dropshipping, they think of products like this. Somehow this is still popping off in 2023. This product it's just immortal. This is an immortal product. Shopify looking like a great buy. Yeah, bro. I bought some Shopify stock on Friday actually, with the news of the SVB bank collapsing, because obviously mass hysteria, and I could see this week it being another red day or red week. So I'm just gonna keep layering in some buys, but I'm not just buying Shopify because as much as I love Shopify, they're definitely not something I'm like betting the whole farm on, because they're super unprofitable and they really got to turn it up in terms of profiting. And I'm a big fan of profit. for a company, because I think that's like a healthy company. But who knows? You know, I'm no expert. I know nothing. How to turn a Shopify dropshipping store into a brand? Well, just keep making your store better and better. Keep getting better fulfillment. You know, private label your product, better customer service. Maybe start doing some research and development to improve your product. Start building a community. Things of that nature are definitely going to help you turn a measly dropshipping store into a brand. I'm just kidding though. Dropshipping is just like a method of fulfillment. This is super interesting though. I should have covered this when it happened. I should have made a video about it. I forgot to. But apparently, yeah, Monster Energy just, they had a $293 million day through this Bang Energy lawsuit. So let's see. Monster Energy Co. convinced the California jury on Thursday to award it $293 million in damages from rival Bang Energy in a lawsuit alleging that Bang falsely advertised the ingredients and health benefits of its drinks. This is what I was talking about earlier when somebody asked me about ingestibles. Like, you know, what do I think about ideas where like it's like a consumable product? This is what I was thinking about, that you could just easily get sued or in trouble for these kinds of things. And that's obviously not good. So that's why I would steer away from them, but you can do whatever you want. Why are you ignoring me? I'm not ignoring you. There's a lot of questions, and you're just asking me, how do you ship the product? Like, I feel like that's a pretty easy, like, Googleable question. There's many ways to ship a product. How hard do you think the fashion industry would be to break into, like starting your own unique clothing, shoes, and selling your own website? It's pretty difficult, but I think if you find like a good segment of people to target, like that's a great starting point. You know, for example, like anime, you know, we've seen a lot of anime stores that are popping off. I just actually recently came across this brand right here. And I was going to make a video about it because I thought it was super cool. It's a Japanese store. It's a Japanese fashion brand, and they're really adopting this anime persona. You know, so I think just trying to be unique is definitely how you make a clothing store work these days. But not necessarily so, man. Like, I've seen so many basic stores that just sell like basic handbags that just makes it look really clean. Like, they make the store look very clean and professional. Sometimes I guess you really just don't need to reinvent the wheel, and people insist on reinventing the wheel. I'm guilty of that myself. Like, I do that all the time. I try to get way too tricky with things. But this is a really cool store. It's just clothing. So, I mean, yeah, even if you wanted to, you could just replicate this store but make it in English. That would be actually pretty cool. I don't know if this is, I think it's Japanese, but maybe it's Korean. Maybe one of you guys know. Can you please make a video on how to turn a Shopify? Oh, wait, okay, I actually have videos on how to turn your store into a brand. So just look it up on my channel. Like, you can look that up and then type RE at the end and you'll get it. I'm from Germany. Should I purchase a prepaid T-Mobile SIM card to target the US market? I do TikTok organic. Yeah, you could do that. Or you could just try to, I mean, the German market is an amazing market. So you could also just try to hit the German market. But that's a good idea. Any podcast dropping soon? I think Jad and I have been talking about doing like a episode 4 or episode 3, something like that. So hopefully we'll do that soon. That'll be a cool one. Other than that, I don't really know. Oh yeah, wait, Sebastian. I talked to Sebastian about doing a podcast and he was down. So Sebastian Georgiou will be coming on the channel for a Discord conversation soon. That will be a cool one. He's obviously huge. And I'm sure I can get Jordan on too. So I'll try to get Jordan too. That'd be cool. Can you do an interview with... Oh, hopefully you can do an interview with you one day. Does the name New Gen Reality represent self-learning and movement for a new gen at first glance? New Gen Reality to me sounds like a gaming brand. It doesn't really represent self-learning and movement to me. Personally, I think the reality kind of throws me off. I think if it was just New Gen, that sounds more like that than New Gen Reality. The reality part kind of throws me off. I think Comfort is smart. Weighted hoodies, lots of influencers paid to post them on Snap. Yeah, that's true. Comfort is, that's a great segment within clothing. Definitely. There's so many different angles that you could take, and I think clothing is a cool niche personally. I love fashion, even though I have pretty basic fashion. I'm into it. I fuck with it. I'm 21. I'm going 6 to 9. Job is so hard. Can you help me for freedom? I feel for you, man, but just keep grinding. You'll make it if you just don't give up. But don't ask for handouts. You're probably not going to get them. So just assume full responsibility and just get moving, bro. There's all the information you need is online. Not only the information, but all the tools. So you got this, bro. Just keep trying. Hakai Culture. He sells anime clothes. Is there any trouble with copywriters, or are his designs broad enough to where it doesn't matter? I mean, I'm guessing they're broad enough to where it doesn't matter. He's still in business. So my guess is yes, they are broad enough to where it doesn't matter. But other than that, yeah, there is copyright infringement attached to those kinds of products. So you do got to be careful with it. But it's similar to the katana guy. One of my friends sent me this keyboard that he wants to get. The keyboard niche is really, really interesting to me because it's kind of like an art. For a lot of people, this is literally their art. So that's always really cool to see. GMK zooted. You should do a video talking more about yourself, like a Q&A. Yeah, I could. What would you ask me? I mean, what are you curious about? You can ask me now. Just eat your vegetables. True, yeah, that's probably the best. The 2023 key to making money online. Just eat your vegetables, bro. About to buy myself a PC so I can start an e-com store. I can't do it from my work PC. Yeah, I mean, I would say you don't even need a PC, bro. Just get a cheap laptop. It's probably a better call. Straight skip me? I didn't even see your question, to be honest with you. Maybe it disappeared into the ether. When is that Luke Belmar Part 3 coming out? Probably in a few months, man. I mean, we do them every 6 months. So we'll see. We still, it's more fun whenever we wait because there's more to talk about. But I would have them on whenever, I would get them on right now on Discord if I could. I don't want to make it, I don't know. That's kind of my style, to be honest with you. It's just quick and easy. Watch out for the tap water. No, this isn't tap water. I have a water filter. But I'm sure the tap water is still not as bad as some dirty ass water from some, that some people drink in some places. So better to drink tap water than to not drink water at all. Been into entrepreneurship since 2019. Let's go. Nice, man. That's awesome. That is great. You always use similar web to track stores. How can a website know how much a store makes because of how good the ads did? They guess a number, no? Yeah, it's all a guess, man. This whole game is a guessing game when it comes to seeing how well a store does. But it's usually under estimates. Usually, like, the traffic distribution's like not actually an accurate way to determine that, because every store is different, and most stores probably have a higher revenue ratio than visitors, like more than $1 per visitor. So, like, for example, this store, I'm sure, even though in January they got 600,000 monthly visitors, I'm sure they did over 1 million a month, over 1 million in that month. But yeah, we won't know until we actually talk to the CEOs behind it. Unfortunately, it's all a guess, which can be frustrating for some people, but I don't really care too much because it doesn't. Why does it matter, right? It's still a super successful store. Like, an exact accurate number wouldn't really make a huge difference, at least for our purposes, right? Maybe, yeah, for them it would, like for their taxes, investor opportunities, loan opportunities, things like that, it matters, but we're not involved in that at all, so it doesn't really matter to us. Okay, more questions. I'll make this bigger so you can see my face. What is the second best platform to market your Shopify store products after Instagram ads? Probably TikTok organic, because then you can just repost that on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, all those things. I'm just wondering how old you are and when you started your business and things like that. I'm 26 right now, and I started my first business, when I was like 19. 19. So it's been 7 years, basically. Ooh, yeah. How do you find all those stores for your case studies? Well, I do a lot of research, first of all, but also my team always sends me stuff. Like, the people I work with always sends me stuff. People in our Discord are always sending stuff, and I always got my eyes peeled. So sometimes I'm just like browsing the internet and I see something interesting and I go down a rabbit hole, and then I'm like, you know what? This would be a good video idea. So a lot of times I just save the research for a video. So then I shoot two birds with one stone. I do a little bit of research and learn something from a brand, but then I also make content out of it. I tried that smoking frame you posted and I almost got jailed. I'm learning Forex trading for over a year, now learning Google Ads, copywriting, and also write a novel on the side. Would love to learn dropshipping after this as well. I feel lonely hustling alone. Join our Discord, bro. That's the perfect place if you're feeling like you need people to talk to about business. I mean, personally, that's why I like streaming about this stuff. You know what I mean? Because, to be honest, I don't like being that person when I'm hanging out with my friends, for example. Like, I don't like being that person that's always talking about business. But with you guys, I feel like that's what you want to hear, and that is what I like to talk about a lot of times. So it's like a good way for me to do that. But same with on Discord. Like, a lot of the people on Discord, even though the great thing about our Discord is that there's a lot of different sections, so you can talk about a variety of topics, but it all centers around business. So join that, man. And also, I would suggest try to focus a little bit. It sounds like you're doing like too many different things before you're finding any sort of success. So, like, try to stick to something for a little longer, bro. Can I send my store link and you check it out? Not right now. I don't really feel like reviewing stores right now. Serious question. If you had to start a Shopify store from nothing in 2023, what is your winning product you choose or industry you go with? Well, I mean, it depends on so many factors, because that's exactly what we are doing, actually. I don't know if you saw the Shopify dropshipping challenge that we have going on. ChatGPT challenge. This one. Oh wait, not this one. This one. Well, it starts here. So check this out, because I talk a lot about that. I talk a lot about that in this video. And we started the store from scratch, and it's going pretty well so far. Where's my YouTube chat? Damn, I lost it. I gotta go over here and send it in here. But yeah, check that out. So that's what we did. We literally started this store from scratch, and it's doing like $400 a day now in a couple weeks. How much do you work a day? It's hard to say, man, because like my lifestyle kind of is work in a way. And I mean, that sounds weird to a lot of you, but that's just how I set my life up, you know, because like even right now, you could consider this work, right? Even though I'm not like actually doing any work. So I would say probably like a minimum of like 6 hours, like 5 to 6 hours a day that I'm doing like different things. But it's like, it's hard to say that it's work because it doesn't really feel like work sometimes. Like even before I made content, I would just be on my computer a lot all the time. Even if I wasn't working, like watching YouTube videos, learning about stuff, going down rabbit holes of different things. So that's still what I'm doing now. Except now I also have a team. So actually I worked a lot harder before I had a team, I will admit. But that's just the nature of the game. Like when you start, you got to grind. You got to grind extra hard. But then as you grow, you realize you can't do all the things you want to do unless you start bringing people onto your team. And then that's when you get to a boss level. You know, that's when you become the captain of your ship. And that's the goal. And that's where we're at now. So, you know, I'm still, you know, that's why I post content every day, right? Like I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to keep working. But a lot of times there's just things that my team should do because they can do it better. And we can just discuss it together. And even though that's not like real work for me, I still consider it working. And that's kind of the lifestyle I built. Hey, Ari, first time here. I have one question. Can you talk about taxes you pay or have to register a business before or after? Well, register it after you launch your store. You know, you don't want to worry too much about every little detail of your business before you even get started. But taxes are definitely painful right now. It is tax season right now. Taxes are due next month. The way my business is set up is as an S corp. So what that means is I'm basically an employee of my business. And that's another reason why, like, even though I mention some income stuff sometimes, like, I don't like to be super open about that because there's a lot of tax implications. And also, a lot of my family follows me and stuff like that. So it's a little uncomfortable to talk about just like how much money you're making and things of that nature. But yeah, as far as taxes goes, I'm trying to minimize my taxes by setting up my business properly. So like through an S corp, you save on taxes because you pay yourself a salary and then you pay taxes on that, as opposed to with a regular LLC, you get double taxed because you get taxed income tax, and I don't even remember what the double tax was, to be honest with you, but I hired an accountant and paid her like $10K years ago, and she kind of, you know, helped me with setting up my business in this way. I don't think you need to do that. I think you could probably find somebody for much cheaper than that. I would say that was actually a big waste of money in the end, but I learned a few things. Ari, is Chile safe to visit or even live in as a nomad? Yeah, bro. Chile is dope as fuck. How much do you realistically need to get started? I mean, you need probably like $100, bro. If you don't have $100 to put into your business, like go get a job first. And there's nothing wrong with working a job either. Like I will say, we do need people to work jobs. And it's funny, like building a business is still kind of a job. Nobody, especially for example, like SMMAs, you're literally working super hard still and probably working more than you would at your job. So you got to consider that sometimes. Sometimes it is good to just, for some people, to just keep things as a side hustle. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Obviously, that's just my personal opinion, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just having like a job and then a side hustle business that just brings you joy, brings you extra money in your life. I don't think that's a bad way to start. At least that's how I did it. Like, that's how it went for me. But then eventually my business kept growing and growing. So then I was like, oh, wait, I can actually just go all in on this. And that's what happened. Hello, boss. Greetings from Chile. Shout out to all my Chilean people out there. Good to get some representation. Hi, Ari. Could you answer my question? Should I use Debutify or some page builder to create a store? Use this, bro. We have a product made exactly for this. It's a Shopify template that we created. It's the one we're using for the challenge store, the one that's at 400 a day now. And it's $20 and it comes with our full course as well. So it's a really great product, super affordable, so that anybody could get started on the right foot. I would suggest using this. Debutify is cool, but like it's another monthly charge outside of your Shopify monthly charge, especially if you want the paid features. And it's not the fastest, like the Shopify templates are faster. And that's what this is. So we created a template on the default 2.0 Shopify themes that are made to be super fast, so that you have all the conversion optimization things that you need to make a great looking store. You're talking about making podcasts with people, but when are we gonna see a podcast with you, man? I don't know. I would go on podcasts. I mean, this year I'm probably gonna take all that stuff more seriously, like going on podcasts, trying to go meet people in real life, do more things like that. For the past year, I've been in just like locked in mode, like training mode, and honestly, it'll still be like that for the next few months at least. But by later in the year, probably the last 6 months of the year, I plan on doing some big adventures, going out there, meeting some of these entrepreneurs in real life that I'm meeting, and making more connections and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just locked in. That's probably why I just haven't done it. But that's why I like to stream, because to me, streaming is kind of like doing a podcast, but just by myself with you guys. With how much money you started your first Shopify store? My first Shopify store, by the time I started my first Shopify store, I had $1,000 saved. But I had jobs before that. I worked at a coffee shop before that and saved up $1,000. I didn't have any expenses. I had a car, but besides gas and insurance, I didn't really have any expenses. It was a cheap car. And yeah, I had $1,000. I was still working my job. I put in like $500 into ads, lost a ton of money, bought a $500 course. And then I had and this all happened over a span of like a year, right? So I was making maybe like $200 a week through my job. So I still was, even though I was losing all this money trying to like learn and invest into my business, I was always making some money. So I was still saving money up. I always like to keep a little bit of a stash growing. So by the time I found my first winning product, I already had like $3,000 saved up from jobs. So I was able to fund it better. Can I ask you, why did you decide to make content in English instead of Spanish? Is it because the audience is bigger or you have other reasons? Shout out from Spain. That's a good question. I mean, honestly, I never really thought about that. It was just because I lived in the US, and I mainly speak Spanish. In my life, 90% of the time I speak Spanish. 95% of the time, or sorry, English. Um, Only about 5% of my time I spent speaking Spanish, which is with my family. I only speak Spanish with my family. I can't speak with them in English. I mean, I can, but it's just weird. It just feels weird. So I speak with them in Spanish. And therefore, I don't know. Also, I will say it would probably be very tricky for me to do this content in Spanish. Like, keep in mind, I moved here when I was 11, and my Spanish is perfect. Like, I can, communicate with anyone and even like joke and all that. But like, there's terms like ATSA level budgets. How the fuck do you say that in Spanish? I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of why, because I just knew the terms in English, so it just all made sense to do it in English. But I didn't really think about it too much. To be honest with you, I don't really think about, like, my team gets on me about this, but I'm the type of person that I think things through, don't get me wrong, but I'm big on my intuition. So I just act a lot. Like, I just make decisions quickly. I don't always like to think because if you think about something too much, you'll end up overthinking. At least that's for me. Like, you'll kind of go in circles is how I view that. Whereas, like, you need somebody sometimes to just make a fucking decision. And that tends to be me. I'm just like the guy that's like, let's just do this. So that's kind of how it happened. I wasn't thinking, oh, what's the best market saturation? Like, where am I going to have the, best opportunity? Well, I was just like, let me record a video and put it out there. Do you own an LLC? How do you manage your business? Can you please go more? I think I kind of covered that. I do an S Corp election. That's what it's called, S Corp election. You can look that up on Google. Weird question, but how tall are you? You and your girlfriend look really cute together. I'm 5'8", so I'm average height. And my girlfriend is 5'5", I think. That's why we look cute, because it's kind of like a perfect height difference. You see us right here. So cute. I'm using AliExpress to test products, and I feel like the longer shipping time is affecting the numbers for proof of interest. Should I consider USA Drop or any other local drop shippers? Yeah, or you can use like CJ Drop Shipping. They have really good shipping times. Do you use an accountant? Thank you for your time. I did, but I need to hire a new accountant. I hired an accountant for a long time, probably paid like $30K to her total. And she was cool, but like I just didn't take advantage of it enough. I feel like I hired an accountant that like a $10 million company's hiring, which was kind of dumb because I just wasn't in that situation. So I feel like I wasted a lot of money. Now, like I'm just going to hire like a local accountant that's like affordable, and that's it. What to do if TikTok ads didn't go well for your Shopify store? Test Meta ads, bro. Test it on Meta. Is there a 3PL you can recommend that you can use day one? Yeah, CJ Dropshipping. Canada had a dividend option, so if you pay up to $54K each year, you pay $0 to the US may have the same. Yeah, I think it's something like that. It's kind of similar. Like you pay yourself as an employee, or like dividends. Self-employed with golden chains. Yes, sir. What do you do for healthcare insurance? I just buy it, man. Or girl. I just buy it, girl. I do, though. I just have health insurance through my state. I mean, it's not cheap and it sucks, but I do it. I mean, I never go to the hospital. I hate that stuff. Best time to run ads on Google? 24/7, baby. Do you have any hobby, G? I have too many hobbies, bro. I have way too many hobbies. Like, I mean, I'm just like I consider myself a bit of a renaissance man. Like, I just do so many things, and that's why I need a team, because I love different things. Like, I play the guitar. You see some guitars back there. I like to draw sometimes. I like to make art. I like to skate, snowboard. I've been doing jujitsu lately. I like playing League with my friends, playing Valorant, playing chess. I've been playing chess lately. I like running e-commerce stores, making YouTube videos, streaming now. Fuck, so many things. I like eating health. Like I like cooking like a nice fire meal. Sometimes I'm actually a good cook. I don't have a wide range of cooking abilities, but the meals that I can make, I'm super good at. And actually that's I would say that's part of my personality because that's really how I am in skating too. Like I don't have this huge range of products, but I have good style, bro. Like I can tray flip really well. Even though I can't do like a million tricks. That's kind of how what I go for. It's just like few things but done well. Um Recently I posted about something like that, so that's why I'm showing you my Twitter. This meal, bro. Oh, this was so good. Like look at how good that looks. You know what I'm saying? I cooked that. That was me. And obviously it's very simple, right? But simple is better, I'm telling you guys. Someday you'll learn. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. That's a great quote. I don't remember who said that. I think it was Steve Jobs. Oh, Leonardo da Vinci. Damn. That guy and me, we're just vibing through time, through space-time. That's another thing I was big into. I was very big into physics and astronomy. I still am. I love that stuff. Even like spirituality, like I do fuck with that stuff. Like even though I do love science, like I'm very aware that there's some game going on that we're just not able to explain. You know what I mean? There's just some magic in the world that's like there's just no words to explain it, no science, no math to explain it. It's just something there's something there though. Like I know it. Okay, let me keep reading some questions. We're getting a lot of questions. Have I ever done something service based? Yeah, I mean actually my one of my companies, my main kind of the way my company's set up is in layers. So, one of the layers is our services, which is performance marketing. So, the same thing that we do for our brands, we offer it as a service for 8-figure brands. So, previously we have some 7-figure brands for sure, but now we're not taking any more clients unless they're 8-figure brands. So brands that are doing like 10 million a year or more. So, and here's why. I mean, first of all, so that we can have time to build our own projects. Service-based businesses are tough to scale, bro. Like it is very difficult. So I figured the only way is just to actually go the other way, right? Like go after few clients, not scale our client base, but just make our clients bigger so that we earn more through them. And also so that we learn more. So the cool cycle through this is that like I feel like we're going to be able to build 8-figure brands because now we know what it takes to build an 8-figure brand because we're working with 8-figure brands on the performance side of things. And that's kind of how I like to grow these brands is like just through performance. Like as much as I think organic content is like the best opportunity ever, I'm too lazy to do that for my brands right now. Like I can only do it for myself, which is like what I'm doing here on YouTube and help people build their business through that. But for my brands, I just want to do performance marketing. I want to do direct response, meta ads, TikTok ads, Google ads, and build like a little machine. I like to build these stores like a engineer. That's kind of the premise of this cube too. Is like really that's our approach. It's a scientific approach where we're just solving little problems, testing things. This is actually a better way to explain it. It's part science, part art. It really is. Clean landing page. Definitely will convert. Have you ever done something? Okay, yep. Networking is key. Yeah, I think meeting people is key for sure. I think that's a key to life in general. Not even when it comes to just business, right? But just in general, I think meeting people. Networking is kind of a cringe term sometimes, But I think just meeting people, like nurturing relationships with humans is a very good thing to do, for sure. I mean, you can't go as far alone, you know what I mean? If you can draw people in, you're going to be in a really good place mentally, spiritually, financially. So it's just a good thing to do. Do you think Shopify dropshipping is saturated and dead now? Hell no. I think there's never been a better time. I know a lot of people say the opposite, and it is more competitive than ever, but straight up, I think there's never been a better time to build a Shopify dropshipping business. And I'll go ahead and say it. I'll predict that in the next few years, more businesses that are in the US will like take their operations overseas so that they can scale worldwide. And by doing that, they will be drop shipping. So I totally see that happening. Have a nice evening, bro. You too, my man. What do you think is the best way to educate yourself? YouTube, reading, books, following people that inspire you, that teach you stuff. YouTube is the best though, bro. Like straight up, it's just crazy to me the opportunity that we have, because here's the thing, like I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. I was like, because I've been watching chess videos lately. So for example, I was watching like Magnus Carlsen videos. Obviously it doesn't really help me to learn from Magnus Carlsen because he's like at such a crazy level. But my point is, this dude literally makes like daily content. And this is the best chess player of all time. Like arguably of all time, like literally that's ever existed in the history of chess. And chess is like a 1,000-year-old game, keep in mind. And we can literally watch this guy play on YouTube. So there's never been a better time for self-education. You just have to treat it like that. So YouTube, man, YouTube is so powerful. It's so undervalued still, even at this valuation. How can we call into the AMA, bro? It'd be more fun. Through Discord. We could do that on Discord sometime, but I don't want to set that up right now. I'm too lazy. Is there any 3PL you recommend that you can use to... Oh yeah, I already answered that. I'm new to your channel. I want to know, what do you do besides running Shopify stores? So basically all I do, honestly, so what I do is I run my business AKEMI, which is layered into 3 different divisions. 1, agency. 2, lab. And 3, supply. So it's AKEMI agency, AKEMI lab, and AKEMI supply. The supply side of things is our e-commerce stuff, our e-commerce brands. The agency thing is obviously services, exclusively performance services, but also a little bit of consulting. We do consult with brands as well. And the lab is basically the community and education component. So basically what we do here, like the ultimate Shopify brand starter kit that we built, the Discord that we built. And then besides that, I make YouTube videos, doing research, kind of talking about business stuff. I stream sometimes, it's fun. And that's it. How much did you waste on ads before success? Oh, that's a good question. Honestly, I have a short story to tell you. The first time I found out about Facebook ads was also the first week that I had found out about Shopify and print on demand. So I found out about print on demand on Shopify, and I also found out about Facebook ads. So I mixed the two together. As soon as I found out about Shopify, like literally the first day I found out about Shopify, I started a store. And then like the first day I found out about Facebook ads, I launched some Facebook ads. And I didn't know anything at the time, keep in mind. So I was like launching just default stuff. I didn't even look anything up. I was so dumb. But at the same time, I think that dumbness was a blessing in disguise. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like, I feel like I have that dumb side of me that just like doesn't think things through sometimes and just like pushes forward. But I think that can be a blessing in disguise sometimes. But anyways, long story short, launched some ads. The default settings on Meta at the time, well, back then it was just Facebook, and put my site link, and then just ran it. And then it was like 3 days later, I saw like I had like 1,000 visitors to my store. I was like, what the hell? This is crazy. Like, we're about to make so much money. I was like, this is it. I was like, I'm rich. I'm gonna be rich. And then, 3 more days go by, and I'm at like 2,000 visitors now to my store, but I'm still at 0 sales. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So then I go back to my Facebook ads manager. First things first, I had a traffic campaign set up. I didn't even know anything back. I didn't even know what that was back then. I was just like launching things. So what that means is you're optimizing for just traffic. So Facebook was doing just that, sending me a ton of traffic to my store, but it was non-converting traffic. And then I also noticed my budget was like $80 a day. So I spent like I spent like $800 over the course of like 10 days, right? Thinking I was going to get rich, and literally with 0 results. And that was the first week I found out about Shopify, first week I found out about Facebook ads. So that was like a ton of money wasted at the time. Like, that was huge for me. That was like half of my money. But I was really young. I mean, I was living with my parents. Like, I had nothing to lose, so I didn't really care too much. Obviously, it hurt, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So, but yeah, then over the course of like multiple years, I spent I learned more. I bought a course after that. I was like, okay, well, there's no information on the internet about Facebook ads really. So I bought a course, and that was like $500. It wasn't a very good course, but it actually taught you how to set up like conversion optimized ads at least. And that got me my first sale. So I was like, as soon as I got the first sale, it was a wrap. That got me hooked. So then I just kept trying, and kept spending money on ads, kept testing new ads, created new stores, etc. What is AMA? Yeah, ask me anything. How many people do you have in your team, and what's their role responsibilities? That's a good question. So how many people do I have on my team? We have like 10 people on the team now, and we have all the way from, we have a COO for the AKEMI agency side of things, and really the whole thing. I would say we have like a COO now for our e-commerce projects. So somebody that runs the operations of the e-commerce brands that we run. And then we have an email marketer / social media manager, a graphic designer / website / page builder, a sales guy, a media buyer for Google, a media buyer for Meta, a media buyer for TikTok, and me. Who else do we have on the team? I can't think right now. Oh yeah, we have another like virtual assistant that she's also a copywriter, but she does a lot of things in the company, like a lot of random things. For example, like right now she's constantly putting in my case study videos into our case study database. This database that we've been making. So for example, the other day I made every time, it's really cool that every time I log into this or I pull this up, there's like a new store because I made a new video on a brand, and she just puts it all into this data table, which I want to link to the AKEMI Lab site to make it like a free tool that people can use. But like I always tell you guys, I wasn't trying to make the whole thing perfect. I was like, let's just make a Google Sheets spreadsheet, put all this data, and then eventually we'll turn it into some sort of website. But you got to start somewhere. So yeah, that's what she does. And then we have a couple other people that are just kind of, they also do random jobs. Like I have a guy on the team now that does a bit of editing. Like he edits some clips from streams and stuff like that. That's really it though. It's not a huge team, honestly. It's not a huge team. Oh yeah, and then a customer service person, obviously, which is Taylor. It's actually my girlfriend. She does a lot of our customer service because she's a beast at it outside of like the other virtual assistants. That's it though. It's not a big team. It's pretty lean. That's why I always use the analogy of the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece, because that's how we are, really. We're just like a small team of just super powerful people that just have a goal, and we just have fun every day and do good work every day. I have so many tabs open, it's pretty ridiculous. Ari, can you send me an SMS when you start streaming? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can actually. I probably just sign up to our email list at AKEMI Lab. We actually send a weekly newsletter now that's really value packed. It's a really cool newsletter. So just sign up for that on the site. And we also have a crew neck now. It's coming in the mail for me right now. I designed it myself. It's based on one of my favorite hoodies that I wear sometimes, or crew necks that I wear. You've probably seen it. It's blue and it says sky with some other letters. They're actually Korean letters, and it says Seoul Sky. Seoul, like Seoul, South Korea. But this one says AKEMI Lab, because AKEMI is actually a Japanese word. So it's AKEMI Lab crew neck. I think it looks pretty icy. I'm excited to wear it. But yeah. What are your thoughts on revenue per employee metric? I think it's a cool metric. I mean, I see it here when I look at Crunchbase data. I always see like the revenue per employee. I thought it was on here. Let's see, employee profiles. Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's a cool metric. Like, it's kind of like in One Piece, it's like they have bounties. That's like the equivalent of revenue per employee is bounty per crew member. And that's kind of a similar metric, and they're all super high bounties, basically, because they're all super powerful now. And that's kind of how I'm trying to make the company as well. It's like have the revenue per employee be super high, like stupid high, like 10 million per employee, you know, or like $1 million per employee type shit. That'd be cool. I just filed my taxes while watching this live stream. Let's go, TurboTax. Nice, dude. I'm so jealous. Do you work out? If so, what do you do? Yeah, I work out. You can see, you know, I got a little bit something going. Got some triceps. I do work out. I'm not like, I do a lot of pull-ups. I have a pull-up bar here. I do have a gym in my building that I go to sometimes. Like, I'll do pull-ups at the gym too. I love doing pull-ups. I don't know. I feel like a monkey when I do it, and I can do a lot, so it feels cool. And then I'll do like incline dumbbell flies, like, you know, like that. I do that. I'll do like random machines sometimes. You know, I'll curl sometimes. I've been doing jujitsu lately, and that's actually been like the best workout I've ever had in my life. Like, every time I go, I'm like gasping for air at multiple points throughout the session. Like, multiple points, I'm literally gasping for air. Like, I can't breathe because I'm so tired and exhausted, which I haven't felt like that since like high school. So it's been really cool. I mean, it sucks. Obviously, it really sucks at the time, but I can appreciate how hard it is, and like that it's giving me a workout and helping my endurance. What do you think about those habits everyone talks about, like meditating and cold showers and reading books? I mean, hey, to each their own, man. To each their own. I don't want to judge anybody for anything, and I think meditating can be really helpful. It's certainly powerful to have a moment in your day where you're just like calm and just like here and present and not really thinking about anything. You're the regular things that you think about that seem like big issues in your life and are big issues in your life, but in the grand scheme of it all, it's kind of meaningless or pointless, or at the very least, maybe not pointless, but not going to cause you any harm in the grand scheme of things. So I think to each their own, man. Some people need cold showers. I just like to get on my computer. Like first thing I do in the morning, to be honest, is just get coffee, go on my computer. That's it. Which is always what I've done ever since I was a little kid. I feel like I grew up with a computer, so first thing I would always do is get on my computer, like go on YouTube or like find something interesting, go on Facebook back then. So that's still what I do is I just get right into it, man. I just like don't really wait. I don't have any really like I've tried to do morning routines like that where I like meditate for a bit, like um work out. I've done that before. I don't know. I never stuck with it, but that's just probably my fault. Like to each their own. Um I could definitely be more disciplined still when it comes to working out and stuff like that, but my most foundational and consistent morning routine is to just chug water, brush my teeth, grab coffee. I do a cold splash of water on my face. I do like a cold splash of water. Um, and then I just go on my computer. Sometimes my cat lately has been like going to my balcony door and she just like starts meowing that she wants to go outside. Um, and I'll take her outside and it's freezing outside. So I use that as like my cold therapy. I'm like just sitting there like with a shirt on, like shorts on cause I sleep with just like shorts on. I don't put any like coats on or anything. I just do it like that. Cause I'm like, oh, you know what? Sure. This will be my cold therapy, but that's about it. Again, I don't overthink it too much, but I do love to read books though. I've been reading this book lately, That Thin, Wild Mercury Sound. It's a Bob Dylan memoir on his time in Nashville filming recording Blonde on Blonde, the album. And it's really good. I never really realized. I was listening to that album last night after I'm almost done with the book. I'm like 30 pages away from being done. And after reading the book, I feel like when I listen to that music, I'm like there. So it's pretty cool. Where can we find your series on your new Shopify store? It's actually linked in my videos. So if you go to my YouTube channel, if you go to any of my latest videos, then you can see, for example, on this one, I've been linking it in the description. I reorganized my descriptions to make them easier to find. So it's right here. It's this video right here. I like barbecue steak. Me too. I draw too. Can I show you some? Yeah, post them on Discord in our Discord server. What I learned from life is be simple and do one thing at a time. Facts. I'm 20 years old. I want to make enough to move out. My 9 to 5 does not pay enough, and my city's average rent has gone up 20% in the last 2 years. Damn. Sometimes it's worth it to move a little bit outside of the city. A lot of times it's so much cheaper. Do you have VAs? If so, are they actually employed in your company or are they some other form of contractors through Upwork? What are product principles that work on TikTok ads? Unique, obviously unique. Can they find it in a store? Probably not. That's a great one. Solves a problem. That's another good one. I work 40 hours a week and make $2,000 a month. I mean, that's not too bad for 20 years old, man. So that's good money that you can use to invest in your business. So you'll be okay. Just keep learning, keep trying. I appreciate how open you are about having hobbies outside of just working. It's inspiring to see people who are successful but still have balance between work and life. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate that. I feel like that's what I do it for. You know what I mean? Like, I think people lose sight of their goals. Like, for me, I never had the goal of being like the richest person ever or something. You know, I never had, it wasn't like that's not why I got into business. Like, I didn't get into it thinking like, I'm going to be so rich and I'm going to live this crazy lifestyle, blah, blah. I literally just wanted to not have to work at something I didn't like. And honestly, not even that, to be honest with you. Like, if I really think about it, I wasn't thinking much at all. I was just like, oh, I can make more extra money doing this. And then it just evolved. And I think people naturally go through that cycle, or not cycle, but they naturally do that same thing and they just evolve into something that now they are like a totally different person, totally only driven by money and like greed. And to be honest with you, I think greed is kind of gross sometimes. And I find myself doing shit like greedy things sometimes, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. But I think ambition is good. But I think, yeah, sometimes people can be too greedy, and it's just a little disgusting. Who are your top 5 people you look up to in the ecom space? Davey Fogarty, probably number 1. That guy's, I mean, I just love how he's built his team and businesses. Jordan, I love Jordan. He's one of my close friends, I would say. And he's just like, I just love to see how much he's crushing it. Beast of Ecom, I recently interviewed Beast of Ecom, and it was so good. I loved hearing it. Like, he really inspired me in that interview because he's still doing the same old thing. He's still he's still doing product research, testing products, private labeling products. Like, just he's still doing that same cycle, and like I love to see that. I just think it's awesome. Because a lot of people are like, now I'm making this software, now I'm getting into this and that. So it's kind of refreshing for some. It was refreshing for me for some reason. The guy, oh god, I don't know his last name. I feel bad, but I don't even know his first name. Mike something. I made a video about this. I can't believe I don't remember his name. I'll go look it up. But the guy that made Simply Modern, that guy is they're doing like 100 million a year. This one. This guy, Mike Beckham. That's what it was. So it was Mike. I knew I had, that right. This guy's really inspiring to me. He's built this company so well, and I respect that a lot. And then probably the Represent guy. I don't know if you know him on Twitter, but he built Represent clothing, and it's just such a good brand. I love it. It looks cool. I don't even own anything by them, but it just looks like a cool brand. How could TikTok organic work in Chile? I don't do drop shipping. I sell Apple accessories. Same as it would here, bro. Just start posting content on TikTok and lead people to your website. What is your education background? I went to college or university I was actually pursuing a double major because that was something my university offered. It's like you could do extra credits to earn a second major if it was in the same field. So I was going for economics. So I had an economics major and then a business administration major. So I was going for a double major. So I had more classes than most people. Had I not done that, I could have graduated in 3 years for economics, but I ended up dropping out. And I didn't finish either. But I don't regret dropping out by any means. I mean, it was a very pivotal point in my life, I think. And it was a very tough decision because both of my parents were very big into education. They were like, college is the way. That's how you get a good job, blah, blah, blah. But I just explained it to them. I was like, look, I'm making good money through my business. I want to pursue that full time. And yeah, luckily I also told them, I was like, and I'm moving out. So it was like all at once. So they couldn't really do anything about it because at the time I was living with them. But I had already made plans to move out because I could afford it. So I was like, yeah, I'm also moving out. So not that you can do anything about it, but they actually were pretty understanding. They were sad. Like my mom definitely had like some tears and shit like that, but they were pretty understanding. And, they knew that I was smart and like I wasn't just making it wasn't like the riskiest decision ever. Like I had thought it through. I'd set myself up well enough to sustain myself. And then, yeah, that's my education. Yo, I'd love your thoughts on this. I started a Shopify store and have a custom product. I've got lots of ideas that I want to incorporate into my business, but desperately need someone I can discuss. Bro, that sounds great. Join our Discord, bro. There's like thousands of people in our Discord that are here to like talk about this kind of stuff with you. So, you know, this is the place that you got to go. There's so many people in here like being so nice. They're like, happy Sunday, you know, talking about different ecom things. It's a great group, and I'm in here every day. I'm a part of the conversation every day as well. So I highly encourage you to check it out. Bro was an action taker from day one. Facts. Any ideas on how to find a strategic partner? Same, you know, be good at pitching ideas and, you know, meet people. LMAO, the first store I made, I did a paid influencer shout out and got one sale, but it's because I set up free plus shipping wrong and accidentally made the entire product free. That's funny. Free 99. Does Soja have a good ad setup? What are your thoughts on TikTok, CBO, and ABO? What are the differences? Well, the only difference is that CBO optimizes at the campaign level rather than the ad set level. So it can be better in some ways. I don't really know its ad setup, so I have no idea. What's the starter kit? The starter kit is a product that we created to help people start their business or side hustle through Shopify. So basically what it does is it comes with it's an optimized template that we created that we're using ourselves on the challenge store. It's converting at 3%. So that's higher than the average Shopify store. The average Shopify store converts at 1% or 1.5. That's the industry average. So we're converting at double the industry average, and the template is made on the Shopify 2.0 themes so that it's super fast and you don't need to download any apps. And then it also comes with a productivity goal tracker, which is like it's a tool we made basically so that you can like track your goals and like, you know, I don't really use it. I'm not going to lie. I don't really use it. But I could see it being super helpful for somebody that like is getting started. So that's why we made it. And it looks pretty cool. I think in this video you can see it. Hey guys, Ari here in template. So you'll receive focused. So this is it. So this is what it looks like. You see? And then you can check off like your days. Like when you complete your tasks, you can check things off. And then like the little circle kind of gets filled up. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing that we made. But yeah, it comes with that as well. And then it also comes with a full course. So it comes with a course where you'll learn a lot of different things like brand design principles that are really useful and a lot of people don't know about. How to use AI for your store. How to get product ideas and, you know, business ideas, how to use data tracking to like reconvert people, retarget people, how to set up ads, how to use Spark ads on TikTok, how machine learning works on Meta, things like that. And then, yeah, lastly, you also get our Shopify link deal, which is only $1 a month. It's $1 a month for 3 months. So you save a lot of money through that as well. And it's all for $20. So it's a great product. I'm confident that this is the best value in the entire e-commerce space, the most valuable product in the whole space for the price. So that's what it is, man. Are all your team members VAs or are they based in the US? Only 2 of my team members are based in the US. The rest, they're not VAs, but they're not based in the US. There's plenty of talented people outside of the US, bro. Trust me on that. Ciao, Ari. Bye-bye. How soon did you branch out from being solo to having a partner or a team? Pretty early on. I had a partner for my first successful business. And then, you know, now I treat, like for the AKEMI stuff, I kind of treat everybody as a partner, really, because everybody has skin in the game. Dude, that's so weird. My wife's name is Taylor, and I was literally just watching One Piece. That is weird. It's not a coincidence that you're here, man. Stick arms. Bro, these ain't stick arms. Look at that. Okay. Early morning chess is a good alternative to meditating. Just focus in game, no other thoughts. Facts. I've been doing that too. Playing chess in the morning sometimes. Just bought an oxygen concentrator while I work. Definitely gets rid of brain fog. Oh, that's cool. What channel should I send my drawings into? What channel should you send your drawings into? I mean, just like, I guess we don't have an art channel. You could just do it in like, productivity. I don't know. Whatever you think fits your drawings best. But I would love to see that. That sounds cool. What are your thoughts about the economics major? Because I'm doing it right now. I think it's a good major, bro, because it really does help you. I mean, Donald Trump was an economics major. And I think it really does help you think in terms of like macro. Like it helps you with micro perspectives and micro, because there's macroeconomics and microeconomics. But it helps you understand a little bit about how the world works in terms of monetary policy, labor markets, just all those things like GDPs. And I think the math that you have to do, like you have to do some basic calculus sometimes in econ. So I think those things actually are helpful. Like they're not helpful on a day-to-day basis, but like just being able to think in those terms has benefited me in a lot of ways, I think. So I think that's the main benefit of the econ major, and it does open up a lot of opportunities for you. Like I think econ majors are fairly sought after, right? Because it has a broad application, I would say, because you do math, you analyze markets, like you could get a finance job pretty easily through it, and finance pays pretty well. So I feel like a finance job is pretty good if you are thinking of building a side hustle, because it'll give you enough money and it's not going to be as labor intensive as like, let's say, construction, for example. So you're not going to be like completely exhausted every day. So you can actually work on your business. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Or I don't know why I said that, but that's my opinion on the economics major. So I think it's a good one. I don't have money, but can you suggest how I do marketing without investment? TikTok organic. Are we DCAing into ETH and BTC yet? Not yet. That's a good question. Not yet. I'm still watching, but I will start soon. I mean, I just see us going further down. I don't think we've bottomed yet personally, but maybe we did. And maybe, that's a dumb way to look at it. But the way I think of it is like, okay, even if like the likelihood of it going down more is pretty high given all the macroeconomic conditions. But if it does pop off, like I still have Bitcoin now. I am exposed to both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I could just buy more, like it's okay. It's not a big deal. Like I'm buying for the very long term. I think in 10, 20 years, this shit's going to be like 500K a coin. Inevitably. Or at least I'm hoping so, right? But yeah. Wow, caught the live stream 2 days in a row. What a blessing. Hey, thanks, man. Hopefully one day we'll have like 1,000 viewers, and you guys coming into the live streams will be a regular thing. Certainly, there's no doubt that these habits such as cold showers, meditation are very useful. But my question is, are these habits really necessary in order to succeed or achieve wealth? Well, that's a great way to frame it, because no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. These habits are not requirements or necessary in order to achieve any sort of success. But success is a bit, that's an ambiguous term. Wealth is a little bit less ambiguous because it kind of implies, resources. Definitely not. You definitely don't need to do any of that stuff to build wealth. And you don't need to do any of that stuff to be successful. However, doing those things could make you successful if that's what you value. Like if you value discipline in your life, and those things, if you do those are very disciplined things to do. Like taking cold showers is not easy, or it is easy, but it's like hard on your mind because it's cold and that sucks. People don't want to do things that suck. So if you value that and you do that every day, then to me, you're successful in your own right. Money doesn't make you successful, but yeah, you definitely don't need to do any of that to like have a high income, let's say, and build wealth. How much money for this current time do you think you need to sustain yourself healthily and comfortably living alone in the real world per month? Um, Honestly, I have a different answer than a lot of people probably say in this in money Twitter money talk, because everyone's like life starts at like 30K a month. Life starts at once you make 40K a month, that's when you really like are comfortable and can live. I think that's cap, bro. I think you can live comfortably off like way less than that. Obviously, yeah, that's great. If you can make 40K a month, that's you're great. You're living a great life. Um, but I think if you want to live comfortably, where to me, living a healthy, comfortable life means like you can buy food at the grocery store that's like whole ingredients. You live in a decent area. You have some disposable income for like experiences, but also like not crazy experiences, right? But like and enough to maybe build up some sort of savings or spend some money into your business. I think you need maybe like anywhere from 6 to 10K a month. Probably 10K. 10K is like great. If you can make 10K a month, like you can live so comfortably. Yeah, if you can make 20K a month, then you're like chilling. Like I'll say this. I live exactly like I've made like more than like 40K a month, multiple months, and I don't like I've lived the same life that I was living literally when I was making like 5K a month. So, yeah, I don't know. And I feel like I live a great life, you know what I mean? So I don't think money actually makes your like you can make your life great without having to spend a ton of money. So that's what I would say. But yeah, like if you have more money, I think it's just more resources that you can then use to like let's say fund a business, help a friend out, help your parents out. Like I've done that before. I've helped my parents with some money like whenever they moved states. So I gave them a little bit of money to help move states. They asked me if they could borrow something. I was like, yeah. So things like that. That's why it's nice to have like more money than you need. But I think yeah, with 10K a month, you're chilling. Like that's more than enough. Um, and then yeah, I would say like 5, 6K a month. Like that's you're able to live comfortably. I mean, that's why a lot of people stay in those wages, right? I mean, they're not literally starving, but it's not a bad thing to want more than that either. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Is Shopify working only for people in the US or can you use it in a different country? Honestly, I think there's more opportunity outside of the US than there is in the US. Not actually, there's like a lot of opportunity in the US, but I think if you're a foreigner, you could actually target your country and have a huge advantage over other people. How could one apply to be an AKEMI intern? Well, first of all, with this form that I showed you on the landing page, but also just like reaching out via DMs. But at this point, we're kind of booked. So like maybe I'll have my team do like help, like, I don't know, just create some sort of form to find people that would actually be helpful for us right now. But right now, I just don't know what I would hire for. I feel like we have all the bases covered, to be honest with you. Yeah, maybe some extra manpower could be good, but I don't know if we need it yet. Maybe soon, though. So, keep your eyes peeled. I'll be posting about it. Everyone that I've hired on my team, I've found through my audience, almost everybody. So that's one of the undervalued things about building a community is that you're going to be able to attract talent that you can bring onto your team. So that's been the biggest blessing, I think, from my audience that I didn't see until last year. So I guess that was the culmination of years and years of work. And then now, I see it very clearly how powerful that is. Where are the best places for networking and finding business partners? Discord. We should hold a live just for the investment stuff. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I would love that. I mean, I like to make these like kind of variety lives. Like we covered this lawsuit, so we covered a little bit of law. We covered a little bit of we did cover a little bit of investing. We looked at some winning products at the beginning, like through Minia. We didn't really do that enough. I kind of thought I would do that more, but yeah, we did a little bit of that. Um, we looked at my food that I made the other day. I was flexing my simple but decadent cooking skills. We talked about books. I talked about a little bit of investing stuff. Like I talked about how I am buying Shopify, but I'm not like putting all of my money into Shopify because still, even though I think Shopify has a lot of room to grow, obviously, I still think they're like super unprofitable. They're burning through $600 million a quarter. That's a lot of damn money. So I'm a big fan of profits these days. So I'm investing a lot into profitable companies. I love the honesty and no flex culture on your channel or of you specifically. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I know my value, like I flex my mind. But that's it. I think just because someone's income increases, there's no need to increase expenses. If you're already living comfortably, invest the extra cash. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So that's a great way to put it. And in fact, I actually think in some cases, everyone's different, right? So there's no blanket statement. But in a lot of cases, I think as people increase their expenses, their happiness goes down. Like, because now they keep chasing more and more, and then it never ends, right? So then they're never happy. And trust me, I find myself in those situations a lot. Like sometimes I'll be unhappy about silly shit that's like I just want more. Like I'm like I want more, but I don't know. I stop myself in those tracks a lot of times because I'm like, look, I'm here right now, and like I have everything I could ever want or need. So I should just like enjoy this. I should appreciate this moment right now. Like literally, like right now. For example, like just right now. You know what I mean? This is nice. It's like I'm looking outside. It's snowing, which kind of sucks, but it also looks pretty. It's Sunday. I don't have a lot to do today. I can work if I want. I don't have to work if I want, but I probably will because I like it. I'll eat some healthy food today. I'll try to cook something. Maybe we'll go get some food with Taylor. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Just like, I don't feel the need to be like, oh, I really need to buy like a Rolex today. I really need to go buy like just crazy stuff. For me, just buying like a nice meal is like, so it's like peak happiness straight up, which maybe sounds boring or something. I don't know. But I also watch, and like, I don't know. I do a lot of stuff, man, that just doesn't require a lot of money. But, yeah, that's just my opinion, Everyone's different. You have answered all 4 questions. Thank you. I got you. I sent the drawings into the productivity channel if you want to check them out. Oh, they're YouTube friendly, of course. Okay, thank you for clarifying that because I could have gotten baited there for a second. I'm going to comment about productivity, social media usage. Oh, that's cool. I'll check that out. Damn, dude, this is such a hard drawing right there. I love that picture. That's the fuck is his name? Constantine, right? He's a fallen angel. Dude, that's really good. I love that. You snapped. It's something I'm planning on right now. So something I'm working on. You can actually see it in my tabs. It's been kind of hard to do, like, because this platform is so glitchy for some reason. But I'm actually doing a giveaway. I want to have like a monthly giveaway on the channel, always running every month, where like we pool money together. So like I put some money in for my company. People can donate money as well. So like I'm sure as I stream more, I'll probably start getting more donations. People will subscribe to the channel as like paid subs. And I want to pool that money together and like give it away to you guys. Kind of like a Mr. Beast approach. So I've been trying to do something like that. Like I want to start with like a $500 giveaway. Like, you know, that would be pretty chill. I think $500 for like could change someone's life because, you know, that could help you start your business. It could help you pay your rent. It could help you pay for your groceries. I don't know. So I'm planning something like this. And what's cool about this platform is that you can actually, the way that you can enter is through doing different things. So like, for example, I'll show you how to enter. So you can do all these things to earn entries into the giveaway. So we'll be launching something like this soon. I don't want to spoil it too much until it's done, but for some reason it's just not working well. But I'm working on that today. And it'll be a great component to include into these live streams, into the videos that we do. Do you play any sports? Have any hobbies? Has become wealthy affected your ability to do these things either positively or negatively? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. One of my big hobbies was skating, and it still is. This year, I've skated less than like ever before, which kind of feels bad. But I don't think it's becoming wealthy that affected that. It's just like me not making the time. Like I just haven't made the time. That's all. But there definitely is time. So yeah, I do that. I snowboarded recently. I've been getting into jiu-jitsu a bit. That's more or less all the physical activity I do. But then I do game a bit. I like gaming. I'm not gonna hide it. A lot of people, it does take a lot of time away sometimes, and like it can be really addicting. But I have a good handle on it, and it's kind of a good excuse to hang out with my friends because they all game, and I don't know, it's just fun to hang out with your friends sometimes. And that's what I was saying earlier is like, that's why I love doing these live streams because I don't always like being the guy that's talking about business all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But I just personally don't like being that person all the time in like different scenarios, even though I love talking about business. I just like learning about other people sometimes more, or just talking about random events too. So this is great because I can just talk about business endlessly and all you guys are here for it. How many products over how long a period of time did it take you to find your first successful product? Probably like 15 products 15 products over like 2 years. How often are you smoking lately? Probably about like once a week now. Or twice a week now, like on the weekends mainly. That's what I'm trying to do these days. It's just like if I am gonna smoke, probably just on the weekends. Kind of like how someone would like drink on the weekends. I like smoking better than drinking personally. How much money do you think you should be making before starting to take investing trading with stocks seriously? I mean, I think at least 10K. In trading, yeah, like you're not gonna be a good trader and a good e-commerce store owner. That's for sure, bro. At least at the beginning, until you delegate you to a team. So even me, like I have a lot more than that, and I'm still not trying to trade much. Like I do sometimes like little trades for fun that are just silly, but I'm mainly just investing a little bit of money, but I'm still keeping just a lot of cash these days to invest back into my business and my team. You know, like I'm trying to help my team as well. So I would say probably 10K before you start. You can start investing before that, but don't start trading before that because investing doesn't take a lot of time. You know, like you just do a little bit of research on some companies, like buy Microsoft stock, for example. They pay dividends. If you put like $500 into that and you have 5K, that's not a bad investment because you can just sell that if you really needed that money, but it can also grow while you don't use it. So that's kind of how I feel about that. But that's just my personal opinion. Of course, I would say try to focus on your business the most. But you know, there's plenty of people that have, you know, that make a good or not a good living, but build up a good like saving amount through investing some of their excess savings into like companies. Yeah, I think that's great. And the sooner you do that, the better, because you're young, right? Like if you're super young and you do that for 10 years, even if you just invest like $200 a month into like, let's say Microsoft stock, over 10 years, that could turn into like 200K or whatever. So that's a lot of money. How do you manage your time, your to-dos? Well, first of all, by not having a lot of to-dos, that's kind of it's the simplest strategy. It's just don't have a lot of things that you have to do, and then you'll probably be able to get them done. So just start simple. Don't add like every little thing, like get coffee, like sit down, read 10 pages, blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like that's going to take up your whole day. I like to keep it simple. For me, it's usually like film a video, talk to my team, make sure my team has everything they need, do some research, pay this person, or like get in a meeting with this person. That's kind of how my days are like. These days, that's really what my days are like. Just talking to a lot of people, talking to my team a lot. You've never seen snow before? I'm from Florida. Okay, well, I'll show you some snow, bro. Oh god, yeah, it's actually like very snowy right now, so that's why you can't really see. It's also my camera. It's just super bright, but you can kind of see it snowing a little bit. Always love having you on in the background. Thanks, man. What do you smoke? I only smoke weed sometimes. I don't like smoke cigarettes or cigars or anything else. Like, that's kind of the extent of my smoking. Boy, I'm unable to get sales. What to do? Try again. Fallen Angel is a hard painting. Yeah, it is. What would be the key indicator to stop trying on X product? Well, I mean, if you've spent multiple, like let's say you spent $200, no sales, or even 150, it's not gonna work out. Or I mean, not necessarily, but like or at least if the metrics look terrible, you kind of know. So like one of the products, for example, for the Shopify challenge that we tested, we all thought it was gonna work. We were like, this is a banger product, and keep in mind we're targeting like tier 1 countries, so we're not even just targeting the US. And we were getting like $1 cost per click, which is just really high if you're targeting worldwide. So that was a really bad sign right off the bat. And yeah, it spent like $100. We had a really great landing page. We used the Shopify landing like template that we sell, so we knew that landing page wasn't the problem. The ad was good, like really good too. So we just knew it was the product. We just moved on. And then the next product we tested so far is actually a winner, I was a young ad exec during the 2008 crash, and I ended up buying BOA stock at about $2 a share and ended up selling it almost 10 years later at about 28. Same logic now, slowly DCAing in for 10 years down the line. I love that. I think people don't often think in long enough time horizons, and it's a huge issue, I'm sure, but it's like it's kind of inevitable sometimes with the like TikTok generation, I would say, which we're all a part of, even though some people are younger. But I think anybody who is like active on the internet now probably has a tough time thinking 10 years down the line. Advice for a procrastinator? Honestly, bro, for procrastinating, I think the best thing you can do is just to do it. Like, I think as a procrastinator, I do this myself, so I know from experience, it's easy to try to like, you think, okay, I'll do this and then I'll do that, right? Like, you try to have like the perfect condition to do something. I think really good advice is just to do it. So for me, for example, I've been procrastinating a lot on streaming lately, and I noticed it. So I was like, I wrote on my journal, I was like, just press the live button, bro. Like, just do it. Like, Whenever someday, just like press the live button and just go from there. That's what I did today. So I got a video out, and then I was thinking, okay, I'll eat dinner, or I'll eat lunch, then I'll get coffee, then I'll stream. And that's what I've been doing lately. And then there's something that comes up later in the day that just like, then I'm like, I'll just do it tomorrow. So today I was like, press live. That's it. Like, just get it out there, you know? So just like doing it and not thinking about it is kind of like the key to that. I actually remember, now that I think about it, I feel like I learned that from my dad, because he used to say that with like brushing your teeth. Because sometimes like I'd be so lazy, I'd be in bed, I'd be like, I don't want to brush my teeth. I was like a little kid. And he'd be like, just get up, just do it. Like, don't think about it. Just like do it mindlessly. And I think that is actually good advice if you think about it. Nah, like that's how I get over procrastinating, is to just mindlessly do something. And that's why I'm saying, like, for me, the best productivity thing I ever did is to just get started right away working, like, or not working, but just going on my computer. That's the first step, because a lot of my work is on my computer. So the first step is always going on my computer. And then I just go from there, you know? Laziness is disgraceful, and it's the worst mental state. Yeah, I mean, it is disgraceful. I guess that's a harsh word, but you're right. It is. But, you know, that's how you get through it. Just act quickly. What do I think about? Oh yeah, somebody asked about the gummies. You were kind of spamming, so that's why I ignored it. But I think it's a good niche. It's just like tricky, right? It's tricky to get into, and a lot of people are getting into it too. If it has spent 1.5x of your selling price, then it is a sign it's not good. Yeah, Satyan, by the way, is a great person to be taking advice from right now, because he's basically operating the AKEMI supply division of our company. And he's kind enough to also be active in the streams, so it's fucking amazing. It also depends on other metrics like landing page offer, etc. But if they are sorted, then it's the product. Exactly. How do old Facebook winners perform on Facebook again? There's a product that did great 2 months ago, but they got banned or something and stopped running it. And before that, a few people ran it up in 2020. Usually, it's just like things come in waves, right? So like the way people feel about products goes in waves. It's the same thing with like baggy pants, right? Like baggy pants in the 2000s were like the shit. And then in 2010, it was like skinny jeans. But now people love baggy pants again. So it's kind of one of those things, bro. It's just like waves. Things come in waves. So that's why the best thing you can do is just test. Waffles or pancakes? That's got to be the toughest question of the day. That's really hard, man. It's just like a good pancake and a good waffle. They're just so good. I would say more often than not, I prefer a waffle. I'll make a decision. I think waffle. I like the crunch of a waffle more than the fluffiness of a pancake. That was a great question, though. All right. I'm about to go, though. I got to go. I got to go eat lunch and get some things sorted out. But this has been real. Got my 2 hours in. I think 2 hour streams are like perfect for me right now. I feel like there's so much content that we got out of this stream, hopefully at least. Yeah, that's another thing. If any of you guys want, that's a thing I need. I mean, even though we have somebody that can clip content, like, I would love to have more people clipping content. So if you can clip content, that would actually be something I would invite you to intern at our company for. And you don't have to make it fancy. In fact, I actually prefer it if you don't keep it fancy. Just like simple cuts that make sense. That, you know, that's good. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, hit me up and we can test it out. Send me a clip of something in the stream. Maybe like, you know, look at the titles of my videos and maybe title, like try to find a clip in here that would make sense. I do that on my own sometimes. Like recently, let me see. I'll show you here. Yep, see you guys in the Discord. That's a great thing you just said, because I am active on there and a lot of people join that. But for example, this video from recently right here, this is a stream clip. So I did this one myself. It's just 2 minutes. I just clipped a question somebody asked me, and then I turned it into a whole video. I would love to do more stuff like that. So more clips, that would be great. And then that we can post them on TikTok as well. You know, things like that. That would be a cool thing to have on the team right now. But besides that, we're booked. So yeah, guys, talk soon. It's been real. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you. Oof, twice or Blackpink. You guys are asking some of the toughest questions of our generation.